Hello and welcome to my 100 subscribers special, episode 1. This is Scarface, The World Is Yours, in 1080p, full HD. I found a fix somewhere on the internet. And today I will show you around Tony Montana's mansion in this game. First, here in the corner we have a weapons dealer. This is max level, so these are from the worst to the best weapons in the game available. I bought some sniper rifle ammo, and I seem to have full ammo in the rest. Now, as you can see, the game is very much made after the movie, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City also took inspiration from the movie. But considering the time of it, the Grand Theft Auto Vice City game didn't get as much of the Miami vibe as this game did, and considering the games are only 3 years apart, it is still easy to see some of the technical differences, so to speak, as in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Tommy Vercetti, the main character, couldn't swim, but in the later game GTA San Andreas, the main character Carl Johnson could swim and even dive. But in this game, Tony Montana can swim as well, but he can't dive. But then again, this is not a Grand Theft Auto game, though it is very much in the same vein. Now, I must apologize already, because we are already about 2 minutes into this video, and I will warn you, this is gonna be about a half hour of just me walking around Tony Montana's mansion in the game, because it is pretty well detailed compared to a lot of other game bases.
Fuck all these Medicom cocksuckers. Think they come here and get what I had.
Tony, man, you scare me, man. Ain't that easy.
I'm sick and tired of people trying to move in on my shit.
Yeah, F.A.
And as you can see, you can converse with pretty much any NPC you can find in the game, which is a detail that not any other game really has. You can even talk to random people on the street, which is awesome. And if you don't want to listen to them, just go and break up whatever they're talking about by speaking to one of them.
Hey, sorry, boss. My fault.
Who do you think you're fucking with?
Private property, asshole.
I ever tell you about my time in Freedom Town, man? I popped a fucking guy to get out of there.
Mira que tú estás loco. You fucking crazy, Tony.
Overall, I would say that the dynamic conversation stuff and the world in itself is very dynamic in the way that you can interact with many things, including talk with everyone you meet, and also the environments, the way they are created, is quite awesome. Even the glittering in the pool, as you just saw, and the pots of flowers everywhere. There's a good variety in the elements in the background, and it makes the world feel quite alive. As we approach down here to the boathouse or docks, you can see that the environments change to be more floral in the area just down to it, because there's not much pavement around. A nice little detail, I might add. Most of the detail in general is just texture slapped up, like the fence is not 3D modeled, it's just a flat pane with texture resembling fence, and the paddles on the wall are also just textures, except for the rings and stuff. Overall, there's not much to say about this area, except it is very nicely detailed for its time. Now, taking the long way around here, you will see we arrive at a large statue, and there's a nice bunch of grass around. I don't think the garden was ever furnished around there. Maybe he should invest in a lawnmower. So, as we walk through the gates here, you can see that there is another gate, 2 benches, and the gate more. And the henchmen are just running around looking like idiots, but at least they're doing something. As you can hear, this is clearly unscripted, and I am recording the voice clips after recording gameplay.
How's it going, man? We should get together, you know? Hello? How's it been, man?
As you can hear, that was not a very chatty NPC, but she is also part of the storyline, so I guess she is scripted to not answer much. Or at least she just hasn't been coded any further. I do not know. As we go past the fountain here back to the main entrance, we should see the inside as soon as I get around here. Yes, this is unscripted, but I do happen to watch the video as I talk along just to make sure that I know what the fuck I'm talking about, you know?
Hey, man.
Hey, it's the man!
How's it been, man?
I hear only good things, Mr. Montana.
And there we heard some other conversation. Now, as we are inside, you can see this is not the original look of the mansion, but as we go into the menu here, up in the exotics tab, mansion, you can see the 3 different versions of the mansion I have. Now, selecting the original one, you can see that this is the same as it looks in the Scarface movie before it gets shot to bits, and around you can see it looks quite comfy. I wouldn't mind living in a place like this in real life, but it's also quite expensive. I don't have the money for this, and if I ever do, I will probably spend my money on something else than living expenses. The 2 slot machines here are completely playable, slot and video poker. You cannot play pool, sadly. As we go through the hall here, we get back to the main area, or we can get in here. And here, there is a way into the underground area, which is hidden by the bookshelf normally. But this is also the area that opens up in the intro of the game. There is an intro shootout that is copied directly from the movie to change the lore to support this game so Tony Montana doesn't die. Now you might say that's a spoiler, but the movie is like over 20 years old by now, if not 30. So whoever hasn't seen it should go watch it anyway. In here is the spa with surveillance video and the bed and some champagne or whatever is in those bottles. Probably whiskey as well. I do apologize for the quality of the previous clip, as I just realized it is quite sloppy. My microphone is kinda jittery as I'm using an old Razer headset. Razer Maelstrom was the name, but the current generation has been renamed to Razer Megalodon. So this headset is roughly over 8 to 10 years old or some stuff, I'm not entirely sure. But I do hope that this quality stays somewhat good, if not decent at least. As we return back here to the main hall, I say we go upstairs and check out Tony Montana's mansion. I mean office. And in here you can see it is pretty much like in the movie, a few couches, and there is a desk and everything else.
You're like a decoration, you know? You should move around a little bit, make this place look better.
I hate answering the phone when you're not here.
And these girls are stingy. In the weapons logger you can see I have every single weapon in the game so far, and it is quite lovely. Especially the 4-barrel missile launcher known as the M202. But regardless, I would say the M4 is a better assault rifle than the heavy machine gun due to the
Easy, Tiger. I don't think
pretty overpowered lock-on system. I'm pretty sure that's an M16 instead of an M4, but apologies for the misnaming of weapons. Now, the Pimp My Mansion system is quite lovely. You can technically place anything that you've purchased of customizables to the mansion, and I will now demonstrate how it works. You can see a phantom version of whatever item you have selected, and once the phantom element of the item is placed where you want it, you simply press the button to place the actual item where the phantom is, so you know where it will be placed, as you can see with Manny's and Gina's remains placed there. And now I will shut up for a moment so you can just see me fiddling about with some of the items in game that I have and place them around the mansion. Now, just for note, the explosive barrel is actually explosive, but they do cost $500 a piece. But once you get a bit further into the game, that is not a big price. But you can blow up the entire mansion, but it will cost you another refurbishing.
Is it playtime already? Wild West around here. That ain't right, motherfucker! Is that a wish you killed me, you fuckers? Fucking Christ!
Their reaction is way too hilarious. But then again, it is explosions. I wouldn't expect anything different, but jeez.
No! Holy shit!
Who the fuck are you?
Oh, you feel like pushing your luck today, huh, fuckface?
Look at you. Why don't you do something with yourself instead of hanging around here all the time? You're like some kind of fucking statue or something. Freaky, you
I
know?
want to be entertained.
Now, some may take that comment as out of place if it wasn't because I actually blew the place up, but still, what a comment. Now, as we head outside and go around the back here, we get out to the bigger pool area, which is most likely the actual swimming pool.
Ever tell you about my time in Freedom Town, man? I popped a fucking guy to get out of
Mira
there.
que tú estás loco. You fucking crazy, Tony.
I did that shit for fun, okay?
Tony, you a funny guy, man.
Nothing funny about that shit. If I could do it all over again, I'd do it just the same way.
Oye, Tony, tienes nota, cause you sound like you've been drinking, man.
No, I don't fucking drink anymore, man. I'm clean.
Whatever you say, Tony.
How's it going, man?
Dime, Tony, why you gotta be like that, man?
Why you gotta be like that? Saying I'm drinking and stuff? Regardless, as you see, conversations completed 14. You can keep track of how many conversations you've had with different NPCs like that. And it encourages people to talk more with randoms. Now, as we get up here, I'm going to go around and you can see the final parts of the outside of the mansion. And it's not really much to go by. There's the boathouse and there's the single health pickup. And I guess that's pretty much it. I don't know why I took the entire outside in one go, but apparently that's how I went about it when I recorded the video. But as we get around here, from the smaller pools and over to the outside again, you can see that this was pretty much all there is to it. Even though I say pretty much it, that was quite a lot compared to many other games. Because I would say this is much more in-depth than the big empty spaces in the mansion of GTA Vice City. And I don't see such an elaborate detailing in GTA San Andreas houses either.
Nick, it's Tony. Send my car, okay? Bring it to me now.
All nice and shiny and full of gas.
But yes, that was it for this episode of Scarface, The World Is Yours, a part of the 100 subscriber special series I've been brewing up. And this was Scarface, The World Is Yours, released on PC, PlayStation 2 and Xbox in 2006, and it had a release for the Nintendo Wii back in 2007 as well. This was Bad Guy 292. See you later.